Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, and of family, and of two people who are in it forever. You don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage, and when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of weird, right? You're standing on a stage, looking fancy, holding flowers, and being stared at by pretty much everyone who has meant anything to you in the past 20-something years. So why do we do it? The marriage ceremony has been an important feature across nearly every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as one so critical, we acknowledge it as special status by sharing with others. Why this moment? Because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It's the great unifier, our one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we've come from, what we believe, who we know, love is what we're doing right. That's why we are standing here today. That's why you are all here to watch them stand up here. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and in this moment, we're reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others long, some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of the stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. Kaitlyn and Peter were brought together by two people close to them who thought that they might enjoy each other's company. Little did they know that they had brought together two individuals who would find in each other everything they had ever wanted in a partner. From the first time they met, it was clear that they were a perfect pair. They built a home, a family together, and it was no surprise to anyone when they announced that they would be celebrating their commitment to one another on this day. And that brings them here, a time to pause, look back, and smile at all the moments that brought them here, and a time to look ahead at all the moments that are still yet to come. I'm here, we're all here, because we want those moments for you. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, not even this moment, it's every moment. Big ones like saying, I love you, moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments. Falling asleep next to one another, making dinner together, spending holidays with your families, binge watching Netflix shows, and a big hug when you get home from work. These everyday moments fuse together into one big experience. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it. That's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. But trying to describe love is one of our favorite pastimes. We use the words we have to write stories and poems and songs about love. And even though we describe love in different ways, and even though love can look different from one person to the next, we all know when we see it. And we see it here. Today we have a reading about love that will be shared by one of the people who loves the two the most.
Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking, and it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. May God bless you both.
You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You both are choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. You're about to make a promise to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to vow to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, to find happiness in others. There's a simple promise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying to one another, every experience I am going to have, I want you to be a part of it. Do you, Peter, keep Kaitlyn as your favorite person, to laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her throughout life's tough moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and to find new reasons to love her every day?
I do.
Do you, Kaitlyn, keep Peter as your favorite person, to laugh with him, go on adventures, support him throughout life's tough moments, to be proud of him, grow old with him, and to find new reasons to love him every day?
I do.
Do you, Peter and Kaitlyn, promise to be each other's partners from this day forward? Do you promise to bring out the best in one another, share your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely for the rest of lifetime and for whatever may come next?
We do.
You've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of these promises. People often say wedding bands are a perfect circle with no beginning and no end. But these rings did have a beginning. The stones were formed a long time ago, deep within the earth. Something beautiful was made from raw elements. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings, and through a combination of serendipity and effort, imperfect beginnings shape into something extraordinary. It's the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. As you look to these rings over the years, I hope that you remember you've created something invaluable. And just as I know you'll protect these rings, I'm confident that you'll protect the commitments that you've made to one another. I'll ask you to join me in congratulating Peter and Kaitlyn as we celebrate their love. By the power vested in me and the state of New York and those internet guys, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now live party people out there, if you guys are here to have a good time tonight, somebody scream! Folks, one more time, put those hands together for the newlyweds and their first dance as husband and wife.
nurturing us and giving us so many opportunities throughout our lives. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kelly, Kaitlyn's little sister. I just want to say how beautiful the bride looks tonight, and I'm not just saying that because we frequently get mistaken for twins. Oh, and Pete, you look great too.
Find the way.
Kaitlyn had 3.5 short years of bliss before I was blessed into her life. I remember following her around, wanting to do everything she did, including that time I was kicked out of her ballet class because I wasn't good enough. I have fond memories of us playing Nintendo all day, pretend games like House, Why Did I Always Want to Be the Dog? Watching hours and hours watching hours upon hours of Maury and Jerry Springer at way too young of an age. Thank you, Pat. Now, in true sister fashion, we weren't always best friends. We had our share of screaming sessions, wrestling, and of course the infamous fighting incident of 1996. Through thick and thin, I couldn't have picked a better partner in crime to take this journey through life with. And now that we're finally older, I can finally admit I'm happy to have grown up with such a great role model and older sister. Living with someone for 20 years.
Take a breath.
Oh, I can't.
You can do it. Come on.
You're great.
It's beautiful.
Yep, it's beautiful.
I like it.
That says it all.
My name is Ken.
Hi,
I think, take over now. I think people that know Peter know that he's not a man of many words. He's kind of a quiet guy, kind of goes through with not showing his emotions like maybe other people do. But, well, except when he's flying, because when he's flying, you could always tell he's always excited and happy when he lands or when he's going to take off. It's kind of, when he comes up to Connecticut, it's like you see his face smiling and all happy that he's landed and made a good trip. But December of 2015, he called me and my wife and said, I want to meet you for dinner. I want you to meet my new friend, my new girlfriend, Kaitlyn. And, we said, sure, definitely, it'd be fun and exciting, So we did go out, and personally, I could tell him a little better than most people, being his brother for so many years, that he was excited to, introduce her to us, and I was the first one in my family who got to meet her. And I think the reason for that was that he finally met his best friend, and people that know me know that I'm a big push on that, where if you meet your best friend, and I'm not going to do it, but I could pick out many couples here who have married their best friends and have long and happy lives together. I think, in my mind, he knew this was the one, and I think he kind of showed us in his expressions that this was the one. And to be honest with you, I knew that Kaitlyn was the final piece of the puzzle to our family, because she fit in perfectly. And that to me was a big thing as a family member. So I think that this fit is perfect. I think my brother is excited and happy, and I've never seen him so much in love with somebody that I just want to say that this is going to be the most long and loving relationship that there is. So I want to just cheers them. Amen. Good luck with your life together.
Very nicely done.